if you don't mind, maybe a couple comments. First of all, thank you so much for that lovely standing ovation. It's such a thrill to be back. You know, there was once a time when I had to really beg for a standing ovation. I used to tell the story somewhere in the middle of a concert that after every program, it was normal for me to go back to the hotel room or wherever and make sure that I called my mother that night. And she would always answer and say, well, how did the concert go, Carmon? It was good. I said, yeah, well, it was fine. He said, well, she said, well, did the people give you a standing ovation? Did they get out of their seats? And then, and also I would mention that tonight would happen to be her birthday. So we don't want to disappoint. In those days, she would have been about 98 or so. And I would make that call to Ravenna, Ohio, and check in. But always, you know, did the people stand up for you and give you a standing ovation? And I would say, but Mom, we're not even Italian. Why do you talk like that? Seriously though, you know, in a couple weeks' time is a nice holiday of Thanksgiving. And I have lots of thanks to give for the opportunity to be back here with this marvelous orchestra again for the Illinois Philharmonic. I for sure want to thank Maestro Stillian for being gracious enough to allow me to conduct the group, and for Christina Solero for making it all happen very nicely, and of course the wonderful board. I've seen so many friends from the days past, and there are still members of the orchestra who still recognize me somehow, and it's been a pleasure to be back with them. So those are a few of the things, and I thought we'd thank all of you, if you don't mind, or if you would like, with a little bit of an encore. Is that okay? I'm glad you applauded because we spent some time rehearsing this. I thought it would be fitting, since the Rachmaninoff concerto that you heard is such a glorious piece of music, and we prepared another piece by Rachmaninoff. This is a very well-known melody of his. I'm sure most of you have heard it. It's the Vocalise. And that piece was written back in 1915 for piano and soprano or tenor voice. And it was so popular that Rachmaninoff himself said it many times for other accompaniments, orchestra and actually a version for orchestra alone. And today what we have for you is a version, a beautiful version, I think, for the string instruments of the orchestra alone. And this arrangement was done by a famed German conductor. His name, Kurt Sanderling. And I heard it on recording one time by the St. Petersburg Orchestra, not Florida, but Russia. And I fell in love with it immediately, just the sound of it. And I wrote to the librarian of the St. Petersburg Russia Orchestra, and he was gracious enough to send a full set of parts and score for the piece. And so that's what we have a chance to play for you tonight. I hope you enjoy its beauty. As it turns out, Stillian is close friends with the son of Kurt Sanderling, so there's even a connection here a little bit. So finally, thank you so much for being here and for your warm welcome and your applause for all of us.